Do you have any idea what getting thousands and thousands of comments every single day accusing you of being a communist does to a man? Well, as soon as I announce the start of Season 5, I am not going to rest until I turn this Minecraft server into a capitalist economy that I am satisfied with. Lifesteal Season 5 begins! But how do I know when I'm satisfied with a capitalist economy? While grinding out my initial gear, I thought about how I was going to become George Bush. Firstly, I need a team to help me achieve this capitalist goal, but this server I'm on is full of homicidal freaks that'll try to kill me. So before socializing, let's get diamond stuff. I missed diamonds where? Oh, shut up, chat. Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh, I see now. Nothing happened. While most of the server was busy holding hands and beating the Ender Dragon as one big happy family, me, after getting stacked, decided to work on getting teammates. Alright, Spoken Planet, I'm looking for teams with the same morals as me, so what is your team name?
The Lala Empire.
The what Empire?
Lala.
What is wrong with you people? No way am I associating with these Lala freaks, so it's time to look for different employees. The end goal was to create a flourishing marketplace where transactions can happen freely, especially within a server where nobody trusts each other. And for that, I needed to get my first employee. So when this blonde kid logged on for the first time, I knew he would be a good victim. Can I ask you a few questions? Are you at spawn right now?
Sure.
Capitalism, yes or no, is all I want to know from you.
I mean,
He was totally on board and completely excited. I'm gonna come and kill you right now, Rochambeau.
What the hell?
If you don't agree to do free market capitalism with me.
I said I'm down. Well, you know,
Why are you second guessing yourself? Why are you having second thoughts? Why are you having second thoughts?
I'm in support. Okay, yeah, I'm down.
What a great start. Where do I build a marketplace? I want you to be the one to tell me where.
At spawn. On the island.
So the marketplace was going to be a spawn, but there were people hanging around the entire area, so I took this opportunity to ask them what they feel about capitalism, just to get a general response.
Hi.
Hi guys. Me and Rochambeau are here to ask you guys if you support the free market economy.
Ashswag is here to ask you if you support the
No,
free
Rochambeau
economy.
is with me. You literally agree.
What is
Okay,
that?
yeah.
What is that?
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked. The server needs a free and fair marketplace at Spawn to stimulate the economy. Spawn is going to be this sort of giant Craigslist. That's the vision I have.
That's the vision, the Craigslist.
The Craigslist. Well, what do you think? The marketplace can be the heart of this giant.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a huge lack of enthusiasm.
Yeah, wait, are you gonna enforce, like, if I use child labor, is that gonna get me, like, banned from the market?
That's what I was saying.
It can be discussed. The general server didn't really care about the marketplace, but that would be my first goal, to eventually make everyone be affected by the economy on the server. In the meantime, Jaren was the only one that would humor me in my attempts to get this going on the server, and when he said he had an enchanted golden apple, I immediately saw the opportunity. Holy shit, I'll give you 25 iron ingots for an enchanted golden apple.
Deal!
For reals? Alright, free and fair. Throw it and I'll throw it. I'm serious, I'm not scamming you. And thus was the first trade on the Lifesteal SMP. The first free and fair transaction between two players on a server where nobody trusts each other. One small step for man, another step for... Oh my god, I can't believe he did that. What repercussions will he face? Stick around to find out, because right now I want to tell you about plush swag. That's right, Blockheads reached out to me and said they want to do a plushie, and I said on one condition: you give it a gun. So yeah, extremely high quality plushie. It's about 8 inches by 8 inches. Once it's gone forever, so limited, and one lucky person who buys it will get a golden gun and $1,000 from me. Plushie is very kickable. You can do whatever you want to it. Go to blockheads.store to get yours today. I mean, look at that, it has a Velcro gun. Tell me you don't want it. Tell me you don't want it. Blockheads.store. Go now.
That was
Clutch might have made a
Hey,
mistake.
enforce it, Ash. You gotta enforce it.
Hey, I've got to enforce. I'm
You
sorry.
gotta make an example of it.
Free money.
Where's Spawn?
The free market claims its first victim. It's clear the stupid server doesn't respond to anything but violence, and even if I finish the first trade, I still have to keep this in mind for my overarching goal. That gives me an idea. We need to scope out the real estate for this market. There's mesa over here, there's plains over there, and there's sort of like no man's land and desert. I feel like this general area is probably the best within the general main vicinity of Spawn. I am going to do one small step for man, and another big step for humanity. This will be the start of something incredible. I would like you all to look at this day and think of all the important days in humanity's history. The day we landed on the moon, the day we stormed the beaches of Normandy, the day countries got their independence, the day Adam gave that apple to Eve, or some shit like that, and the day ashswag established the Lifesteal marketplace on Lifesteal SMP. With the market established on day one, I was satisfied. However, something was on my mind that I just couldn't shake. See, throughout history, the enforcers have always been respected, reputed, feared within the community in some shape or form, whether through quality or numbers, and that's something that I had neither of right now. Rochambeau was a great servant. I mean, assisted it to do my plans, but I still needed more people. At this point on the server, every team had at least 4 people, but I only had 2 with me and Rochambeau. So I did the unthinkable. So what do I have to do to join Team Lala?
Hit the most devious Lala you can, bro. Like, you have like that's
Let's
just
see it.
What followed is the most embarrassing moment of me on the internet.
Yo, he's in. Okay, he's in. I don't. Oh my god.
Okay, I have a few conditions. Number 1, you're all capitalists, and number two, no more Lala. Get the Lala out of the team name.
What do you mean?
Nobody's calling us the Lala Legion. It's just the Legion. But just as me and the Legion were finishing setting our base up, I was suddenly called back to spawn.
Ashswag, they're exploiting me.
Ashswag, look, you see that right there?
What?
That's the free market.
Okay.
Spectacle's working for us now.
Oh.
We're gonna give him a heart if he gets his terracotta.
Oh. I'm extremely proud, but I'm also extremely disturbed.
No, he's happy. Look at
This is
him.
good. Look.
Crazy.
He's gonna get a heart.
He's getting a 401k match as well. So
Oh, really? Okay. At least you're looking out for his retirement. Well, that's well.
Can I get some water for mining this terracotta?
No.
I would appreciate.
Yeah, well, unethical working labor conditions. My next step was to actually make the physical marketplace on the server. The fact that people from other teams as well were involved in capitalism even before that was a really good sign for me. But I was about to learn that when things seem a little too good, they're only gonna get worse. You see, Woogie and Red from Team Camelot came all the way to the Lala Legion. I'm saying Lala. Came all the way to the Legion base a few days later and stole mine and Spoke's horses. Why? I mean, they probably were threatened by the growing strength of the marketplace because I stopped them and gave them an offer of items in exchanges for our horses back. In response, the 2 of them decided to do this.
It's a tempting offer, but
It is a tempting offer.
I don't know about that one.
Immediately flee the scene while taking our cars with them. But little did these people know that this decision of theirs would start a side quest that I'd like to call the Crusade. A holy war I waged against every single person who openly went against the system of free market or even associated with my enemies. And it started with Team Camelot, the group that included these cowardly thieves along with 2 others, Subs and Jumper Who. The first step was to find their base. We knew that Camelot was in a mesa biome, so throughout the rest of the week, the Legion and I used this technique called Pyre until one day we suddenly saw the name tag of Subs from Team Camelot underground. Now this guy Subs seemed afraid of me and Planet Lord, who were the only ones online at the time.
Ashwag and Planet are kind of scary. I don't know if they're gonna.
So I convinced him to give me back the stolen horse on behalf of his cowardly teammates. Now I was satisfied, so I left him alone that day, but a crucial development was that we now knew where Camelot hideout was. I came back a few hours later and trapped their beloved camels above lava, just to send them a message. However, while doing that, Jumper Who, the last Camelot member, respawned with no gear right next to me. Now while Jumper was frightened for her life, just look at this POV from her video.
Please don't kill me. I'm scared.
She had no idea that at this point I was going through an existential crisis and didn't really want to kill her. Okay, now what is the point of killing Jumper Who right now? Like, nah, seriously, Planet, am I really gonna massacre this naked person? I was right, I was losing the plot in the name of revenge. So before I allowed myself to get distracted further, I remembered my ultimate goal of capitalism on Lifesteal SMP and realized that I could both get revenge and become Jeff Bezos at the same time. Allow me to explain. See, the absolute best part and my favorite part about capitalism is that you don't ever really need to do any of the dirty work yourself. At least you shouldn't. One of the biggest successes for the free market on the Lifesteal SMP was the rise of the PMC, or the Privatized Murder Company, a trio of the best PvPers on Lifesteal who would kill anyone for a fair price on the market. The perfect capitalist business model, if you ask me. As soon as I heard about them, I immediately established an allyship with their leader, Clown, and I convinced him to give me stacks of armor sets for a heart each. Now bear with me for a second because this is where my economic genius comes into play. A few days later, I officially established a selling board in the marketplace at Spawn where players could list and participate in fair trades. Now people put their trades in here, but I specifically had some very valuable items that I had on hand that I wanted to trade off, and I had a plan to get infinite wealth by doing some careful moves. You see, hearts are the most valuable item on Lifesteal, of course, but another thing about these hearts is that they can be crafted. They just require a lot of items to do so. Now, not a single soul on the server wanted to let go of their hearts ever, but they'd have absolutely no problem trading with items like redstone, diamond or gold blocks or ancient debris individually, even though they were recipe items for those very hearts. It's a psychological thing, you see. Now the PMC were going on a rampage, killing every single person that they had a hit on, and in doing so they collected massive amounts of gear that, remember, Clown would give me in exchange for hearts. So in his eyes, he was getting an extra heart for every kill, but in my eyes, this was the money. So folks, you see, throughout this month I would successfully carry out several carefully listed trades using the free market by splitting splitting the heart recipe into multiple ways and doubling the price in every single trade to receive all the items I would need to craft some hearts. For example, Spoke had created a very, very illegal raid farm right by our base that generated an infinite amount of totems, and I immediately shulkered these totems and sold them on the black market for redstone blocks, sold our villager books and pickaxes and stuff for gold blocks, and so on and so forth, until I had all the materials for a couple hearts. But was I done there? Oh no, no, no. You see, the invisible hand of capitalism never stops shaking. I would then use these crafted hearts to trade with the PMC for these armor sets that they agreed to give me, which they got from killing people. Sorry, give me a second. I just want to watch Redoons die over and over again. Oh, dude, it's not because I hate him or anything. It's just purely for business. Because he drops armor. And I would repackage these sets, including maxed out gear and tools and armor and swords and whatever using anvils, and sell these spare armor and gear back on the market again, mostly to the very same people that the PMC killed without even realizing that they were buying back their own gear.
If you open the chit, there's like 3 extra totems there as well.
That is insane. I greatly appreciate this.
Do you have a shop? Now, it kept getting easier the more trades I did, because with every single exchange, the reputation of the lifesteal market increased.
But Ash is the most trustworthy salesman, yeah. No, for sure.
And I could trade again and again and craft hearts again and rinse and repeat again and again and again. The month of August 2023 saw me gain over 10 hearts using this method, and I didn't even have to touch a Minecraft sword even once. Ladies and gentlemen, this was capitalism. But do you think I was done? While my enemies were being slain by the PMC, I realized I didn't even need to bother with the idea of revenge. But I still wanted to do a little bit of vengeful trolling, so me and Panky spent hours filling the Camelot base with the one thing they loved: camels. To the point where Woogie, the same person who stole my horse, would crash as soon as he entered his beloved base.
Why is there so many camels? There's so many.
I can't even see it.
My game crashed.
No way.
The time that followed on the server was pretty good for the marketplace, and even though physical trades would slow down, the holy financial sanctity of Spawn still remained in my heart, to the point where every time someone even picked a fight near Spawn, they would be deleted by me in the name of capitalism. So I guess, folks, you could say I was satisfied. Lifesteal Spawn was Craigslist. My Craigslist. Until yesterday I woke up and saw this.
Lifesteal is crumbling, and in 1 week, if no one does anything, the entirety of Spawn will be turned into void.
You gotta be kidding.